Hello, welcome to today's episode of the Group Therapy Podcast. Today we have Grandpa Munster himself. Daniel Roebuck. How is it being Grandpa Munster?
I know, what a weird, who would have dreamt? I guess I would have dreamt. My dreams always do come true. What a blessing in my life to be Grandpa, to be, to play an iconic character that's been played by iconic actors is extraordinary, and I'm going to do my best to make everybody happy.
No, I'm ready for it. As soon as it was announced, I was like, yes, this is something I needed in my life, because I knew he'd been wanting to do Munsters for
2 decades. Yeah, 2 decades.
And and then when I saw the cast and I saw you as Grandpa Munster, I was like, this is going to be great. And then your voice is so great on that. And
because Al and I are not from dissimilar places. I'm from Pennsylvania, Bethlehem, Pennsylvania now. Am I right? He grew up in the Bronx or in Brooklyn. So that's really only 130 miles as a crow flies.
Yeah.
So we all talk like that. Yeah. And we all have Eastern European backgrounds. Too. I do as well as I do.
Yeah. I have a question for you. What does it take to become a teenage rock guy?
No. Yeah. That's a whole nother voice. Hold on. What is that voice? So Rob calls me up, and Rob is great. He's so great to me. Hey, Dan, you want to be in a rock video? I make him sound like Gary Sinise in person. They're not dissimilar. They're both really great guys. And I said, sure. He goes, and I want you to play the devil. And I was like, I hate the devil. And I said, can I emasculate him? What? And what if I play him like Paulette? So I'm like, I'm the devil. It's so ridiculous. And now we have action figures of that character. It's just crazy.
You've been doing work for a long time. What's your favorite role that you've had so far?
Well, I used to say, it's a good question. Like, I make my own movies, and I used to think, I'd say, well, the movies that I make, like one I wrote and directed with my daughter, well, that's a pretty sublime experience.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And when I wrote, when we just made one that's kind of an homage to the religious sisters who helped raise me, who I love. So they're all very personal. But I will say now it's hard to beat the fact that I got to beat Count Dracula in a Universal Studios movie. I don't know that it gets better than that, because I don't know if you know, because we're here at this wonderful convention in Hampton, Virginia. It's called, what's it called?
Haunted Screams Expo.
Haunted Screams Expo. And it's terrific. Nice people.
Oh yeah. Dave's a good guy.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Great people. So we're having a great time. Meeting people, but what I tell everybody is, like, I wouldn't even take the cape off. Like, they'd say, Mr. Dan, would you like us to take this cape from you? And I'd say, no, and I'd walk around with my cape. Like, do you remember the scene in Lawrence of Arabia when he puts on, if you don't know the movie?
Yeah.
If you don't, I'm talking to you people. If you don't know Lawrence of Arabia, watch it tonight. That's your homework. It's a great David Lee movie. But Lawrence gets his Arabian robes, and there's no mirror, of course, so he's looking at it in the shadow, and he's like seeing how it blows. That was me every night. I put that cape on, and I'd look in the shadows.
You're like, yes. You're gonna Bela Lugosi it when you got the cape. So it goes with you when you go.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I do have the cape, and I have instructed the missus that I'm going out in the cape. Yes. I hate to tell you, I'm doing it.
Oh yeah, you got to.
I'm doing it. I'm going in the coffin, in the cape.
There you go. Well, you've also been a Frankenstein's monster too.
Yeah, I've been Frankenstein's monster. I was Dracula once before in a short film. Yeah, Rob had me as Frankenstein in Lords of Salem, but he cut that part of the show out.
Yeah, it's only in the deleted scenes.
I don't even know if it's in the deleted scenes.
I thought it was in the deleted scenes.
I don't believe I've ever seen it, but it was neat. We had fun.
Yeah, that's an experience movie. I tell people.
Oh yeah, Lords of Salem. Yeah, it's like a Dario Argento.
Yeah, I tell everybody, I was like, it's an American Italian film, and he's like, what? I'm like, go watch it. Go watch the Beyond.
Go watch it. Right,
yeah,
right, exactly. That's what was surprising me. People were like, oh God, can Rob Zombie make a family film? Of course he can. He can make any film he wants. He's an artist. You know?
Yeah, I remember. I've discovered White Zombie back in '91.
How old are you?
I'm 48.
I've been acting longer than this guy's been alive.
And my buddy worked at what was then Record Town before it became FYE later.
Oh yeah.
And he's like, have you heard this yet? And I'm like, no. He's like, I'm writing this off. It's off the books. This is yours. Take it home and listen to it. And I was like, this is my new thing now. This is it. And then I've seen Rob Zombie / White Zombie like at least 10 times in my life, and I've met him a couple times, and it was always one of the ones where it's like, yes, this is one of the coolest guys I've ever met in my entire life.
No, good person too. Great artist.
Yeah.
You know, he gets. He I don't know why he's such a target, but you know that's successful people are targets.
Anytime you become famous, you get targeted. Anytime that you become famous, basically for what you love,
right? You get targeted.
Yeah. And also, if you get family members involved, I'm like, he gets crap for putting his wife in the movies, but I'm like, well, what about all the Baldwins? What about all the Wayans?
Well, what about Tim Burton? His wife in every movie.
Oh yeah.
It doesn't make Woody Allen, put his wife in a movie at the same time he was like molesting her daughter. Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? But what I'm saying is, when you see my au revoir, I've done 3 movies, and the same woman stars in all 3 movies. Why? Because I love her. She's a great actress, and I write for her. I'm not an idiot. You know what I mean? What's going to be great is, it'll be a non-issue, because once the movie comes out, people see how great Sherry is in the movie. They'll shut their pie holes.
Oh yeah. Yeah, like I said, I like her. I love her in Lords of Salem.
Yeah,
I love her in The Devil's Rejects.
I've written movies with her in mind as the lead. I'm a huge fan of her acting. I don't understand. But it's just, again, you're making a very valid point. He's successful, so because he's successful, he's a target. Well, and especially with this, if I could just finish.
No.
With this Munsters movie, all of the blathering, I look forward to seeing your Munsters movie. Like, he made it, he worked on it, he fought for it.
Yeah.
And I can tell you, Universal did not have any plans like this for a Munsters movie. They were going to make a direct-to-video movie that featured Eddie Munster as the star. The other characters would have been secondary characters. It was going to be a kids' movie. Is that what you want?
No. You want a Munsters movie. You want all of them.
Yeah.
Well, one of the problems I think is that all the rumors that got spread about the movie, it's going direct to streaming.
Right.
It was always made for streaming.
Yeah. It dropped to. It's such a bomb. They dropped it to stream. Yeah, no. Look, let's not waste our time talking about everything that's wrong. Let's talk about what's right.
Yeah.
The movie's coming out September 27th. People have a chance to see it. They don't have to even go to a movie theater. All they have to do is go to their living room, turn it on, watch it, love it, and if you love it enough, maybe there'll be a sequel.
Yeah, because I'm planning at
12:01.
12:01. I will just turn around for whatever I'm doing, and I'll watch it.
Yeah, watch it then, and then watch it 6 hours later.
Yeah. No, up by 1. Yeah, maybe. Okay, that's about what time I wake up.
That's fine.
Yeah. When you were out there acting, what got you acting? What got you in the bug?
God, dude, I've just always been it. I was a performer from a very early age. I wrote my first play when I was 6.
Ooh.
That sounds ridiculous. You know why? And it is ridiculous because I didn't know how to write my name, let alone. But I drew pictures of a play. I took him to the nun, and the nun said, "Oh, Daniel, let's do your play," which is one of the reasons I love the Religious Sisters, because they were on my side from the very beginning. I've always been a performer. Was a clown in a circus. You know, it's just what God called me to do, and gave me a very specific talent to be able to do it. Because, you know, many are called, few are chosen.
Yeah.
I guess you would say, I'm blessed that I was called, I'm chosen. And I think that was God's plan for me. So that's how it's
Cool. Yeah. You know, the funny part about it is up until recently, I didn't. I know it's bad. I don't know. Don't make you feel bad. But it was one of the ones where I kept seeing you in all this stuff, and my brain wasn't putting two and two together for the longest time. And I'm like, that's that guy. And I'm like, wow, he's in a lot of stuff. my plan is, I want you to get carpal tunnel syndrome as you're scrolling through your IMDb.
Like, oh God, you know, because I have a deal with a number of orthopedic surgeons to get their business up. Yeah, look, I mean, the bottom line, it's what I've always wanted to be. I get to live the dream every day. I get to come to places like this and meet nice people, like you, your wife, shake a lot of hands, and you know, life is good. So it's all good.
Yeah, well, we appreciate you putting out all the good product you're putting out. It's fun.
Can I invite people to go to a channelofpeace.org, a channelofpeace.org?
Yep.
And you can see the other movies that we make.
Okay, cool.
Right?
Yeah, and could you tell people to watch Group Therapy TV podcast for me?
Hi, this is Danny Roebuck. Hello, this is Danny Roebuck. Hi, this is Danny Roebuck. Watch Group Therapy TV.
Thank you much, sir. I appreciate it.